Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss one new question where we are given with some x and y values. We need to tell x and y value is given as input and we need to tell to which quadrant it belongs to. For example, observe this graph. Normally consider this xy plane. In this we have basically four quadrants. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these are the four quadrants. If you consider, for example, take a point 1 comma 3. If you plot this 1 comma 3, observe this 1 comma 3. Okay, it is plotted in this quadrant, right? If some pointing belonging to this space, then it is known as first quadrant. Similarly, in the left space above it is second quadrant, below is third quadrant, and fourth is this right side below. Okay, how to differentiate to which quadrant it belongs to? Okay, this is the thing which we need to do here. Observe carefully. Here in this quadrant, all x values and y values, see here, x is 2 and 1, 2, 3, and next these y values also all are positive. If x value is positive and y value is also positive, both values are positive, then it's belongs to first quadrant. Okay, similarly when it belongs to second quadrant, observe carefully. If x value is negative, observe this both the points. Okay, both the points in second quadrant, observe this both the points. If x value is negative and y value is positive, then it is belonging to second quadrant. You may got doubt, right? Why we are checking with this positive or negative? Directly can't we plot the point on the graph, and why can't we tell? As a human we can do, but a computer cannot do. For the computer we need to provide the logic to dividing into, basically to tell whether which quadrant it belongs to. Now observe here, in first quadrant we got the logic like, in first quadrant x and y values are both are positive, right? Now come to second quadrant. In second quadrant, how can we tell? Observe these 2 points. If you observe these 2 points, how can we tell? If in second quadrant, if x value, if x value is negative and y value is positive, then we can tell it is the second quadrant, right? Observe these both the points. Now similarly, how it will be the third quadrant? If x value is in negative and y value is negative, observe both the points, -3 -1 and -1 comma -3, both the points are negative. X is negative, y is negative, then we can tell it is belonging to third quadrant. Now how to tell whether it's belonging to a fourth quadrant? If x value, observe this both the values, x value is positive and y value is negative. If this is the case where x is positive and y is negative, then it is belonging to fourth quadrant. Okay, if x is positive and y is negative, then we can tell that point is belonging to fourth quadrant. Now if you understand this good, then tell me first one, example 1. There are 4 examples totally. Okay, now I am taking the first example, +10 and +10. If you observe carefully, x value, in these two values, first value is x value, second value is y value. In both the values, first value is greater than 0 and second value is greater than 0, means both are positive. Now observe the table. How can we tell? This is the table which we got the logic. If first one is positive, second one is positive, then it is belonging to first quadrant. Okay, in this way we can tell. Now coming to second one, -10 +10, where x value is negative and y value is positive. X negative, y positive is nothing but second quadrant. Okay, now +10 -10, x is positive, y is negative. Now which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Similarly, fourth example is -10 -10, where both are negative, then it is automatically belonging to third quadrant. Now this is the logic. Based on the x and y values, we can tell which quadrant it is. How to tell whether a given number is positive or negative? If some number is greater than 0, then it is positive. If some number is less than, then it is negative. Okay, this is the normal logic to tell whether given number is positive or not. Now let us do some small math. How to, this is the logic building, how to differentiate a number, xy number, to 4 different quadrants. Okay, basically here we have some input, and these input can be possible of 4 clauses, right? 4 clauses. This is first, this is second, and this is third, and this is fourth. Totally 4 things are possible, right? And if you observe, in these total 4, only one is possible. A x and y number can be belonging to only one quadrant. It cannot belonging to 2 quadrants. Okay, means out of 4 things, only one is possible. For this, in C language or any other programming language, there is an else if ladder. Okay, if we can use else if ladder, we can make it possible. How to make it possible? I am telling, see the logic. If, first of all, if x value is greater than 0, x value is greater than 0, and y value is greater than 0. If both the values are greater than 0, then it is belonging to first quadrant, right? Else if not first, then what is the other condition? Else if x value is a negative and y value is positive. If y value is positive, then it belongs to second quadrant, isn't it? Or else if x less than 0 and y less than 0, in case both are negative, then it is belonging to third quadrant, isn't it? If three of the conditions was failed, then automatically the quadrant is number 4, right? No need to check again. The answer must be out of 4, one is definite. In these three things are wrong, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant is wrong, then automatically fourth quadrant is the answer. In this way we are going to write the program. For example, we will check with one example, minus 10 and plus 10. Okay, here this is x value and this is y value, right? Now what it will do, first it will go and check with first condition, x greater than 0, x greater than 0 false, so it will not check y value, directly it will go to below condition. Okay, x less than 0, x less than 0, 10, minus 10 less than 0, it is right, and y value greater than 0, y value is plus 10, plus 10 greater than 0, so both the conditions are right. Then what it will print? The answer is second quadrant. Second quadrant is right answer. Okay, in this way we can able to print second quadrant. Now let us discuss the algorithm. These are the steps which we thought. Now we will put in an algorithm. Okay, first what we need to do, we need to start the program. We need to take input two values, x and y. These are the two inputs which we need to take, and we need to check first condition. Okay, if x greater than 0 and y greater than 0, what we need to do, we need to print it is a first quadrant, right? So it will print first quadrant. If it fails, we need to go to second quadrant where x less than 0 and y greater than 0 in the second quadrant, so that it will print second quadrant. Now even though this condition also fails, now we will go for third condition where x less than 0 and y less than 0. So in this case it will print third quadrant. If three condition fails, then automatically the system will print, it will go to else statement and it will print fourth quadrant. Okay, this is the process to verify different quadrants. These are the four possible quadrants. In this way we will tell which quadrant a given x and y value belongs to. If we are clear, now let us discuss the C program to how to print which quadrant it is. Okay, I hope you can see this compiler. I am using online GDB compiler. I am executing the sample program. See, it's working good. It is printing hello world. Now let's write the program. Now in this program we need two variables, int x comma y, two variables, and I am asking the user to enter two variables. Okay, so enter x and y values, so that a user will print the both the values. And I am using scanf and I am reading and I am storing in the address of x and the address of y. Okay, in this way both the values are taken, and if x greater than 0 and y greater than 0, what we need to print? Printf. So we need to tell it is first quadrant, right? Okay, it's just I am using numerical. Okay, it will print first quadrant. Or else if x less than 0 and y greater than 0, what it will be in this case? Second quadrant, right? Similarly, next condition is if x less than 0 and y less than 0. This is the third condition. X must be less than 0 and y must be less than 0. In this case, what is the answer? Third quadrant, right? Now, last case, if all of these condition fails, by default we will go into else and we will print fourth quadrant. If you observe carefully, whatever the steps we have discussed in the algorithm, I have written them as it is. Okay. First, if condition, I told that read x and y values. Before reading the x and y value, we need to declare them when we are writing the program. And I am asking the user to enter x and y values, and we are reading those values and storing in x and y. If those values are both the first condition, then it is printing first quadrant. In case of second condition, it is printing second quadrant. Okay. Now, let us run this program. So it is asking both the values. Now I am entering minus 10 and plus 10, where x value is negative and y value is positive. It should print second quadrant, right? Yeah, the answer is right. It is printing second quadrant. Okay. Now the program which we wrote is correct. If you like this video, please give me a subscribe and give me a comment, especially. If you like this video, please give me a comment which will motivate me for the next video. And if you want a program for a specific, if you want a video on specific program, you can ping me in the comment. I can make the video on it. So I hope you people have understand this program. Thank you for watching.